Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Mortgage Matters in Minutes. Again, I'm your host, Brent Rasmussen, and today we are going to speak about why would sellers not accept my contingency offer? And this has been another question that's come up in the real estate market for many years now. And I can say over 5 years, probably even close to 10, this has been more of a real estate phenomenon. And while we bring this up today, we understand real estate markets change. They go up and down, and we are here to hopefully just give education on different questions and different possible scenarios that come up and how you can deal with them. Because as soon as I probably cover this topic, maybe the market changes or maybe this continues for 10 more years. But it's a common question that buyers have when they contact me and they state, hey, I need to get pre-approved. And I explain to them, well, hey, is your house sold yet? And they'll say, no, we're just interested in getting pre-approved. And us as mortgage providers, that we need to look at the scenario to say, hey, where's your down payment money coming from? And a lot of people will say, hey, from the sale of my house. Well, your house isn't sold yet. And I say, oh, I know, but that'll happen later. Well, for mortgage loans, we don't assume or care what happens in the future. We look at what is going on currently or what are your options. So first of all, what is a contingency offer? A contingency offer is, hey, I want to buy your home, but it's contingent upon the sale of my house, meaning as soon as my house sells, I'll buy your house. Well, right now, because of the market that we're in, there's just not enough homes to buy. There's not enough homes listed for sale. So supply and demand isn't equal in this type of market. And that's what happens across the country. So contingency offers used to be very, very normal and state, okay, hey, you go sell your house, you can come buy my house. But right now, because of the low inventory, sellers do not have to take that risk. And so why do we bring this up? Because we want to make sure that all buyers are educated before they get involved in the transaction. Many buyers can get approved without the sale of their house. So they don't need to put a contingency offer in, which means, hey, I don't have to have my house sold to buy your house. And that's what sellers right now in this real estate market in 2023 are looking for. Can that market change? Of course it can change. So we as lenders want to look at all scenarios so that you're well guided, because I know the goal of everyone is, I just want to get to that new house and I want my old house sold off my hands, not stressed about, not worried about. And that's what we're here to guide you and help you do, is understand, do you have to put together a contingency offer, or can you find a way possibly to qualify to buy the new house without the sale of your old house? And that's a common question. While that might not be what you want to do, we completely understand that. We want to give you that option so that way when the seller does come back and say, hey, we're not going to take your contingency offer, do you know your options of can you qualify without? Or you might put an offer in and say, hey, I want to put a contingency offer. They accept it, but they also state, we'll accept that backup offer. So if somebody comes along that doesn't have a contingency offer, we have 24 hours to accept that offer or accept your offer if you change and remove your contingencies. I know that's very complicated in there, but that's why you work with a great real estate agent and a great mortgage professional to make sure that you understand all of your options that are available to you. Again, the main question is, why do sellers not like contingency offers? Well, because basically they are risky. Anything could happen. If a buyer falls through on one of the transactions, it could be a domino effect and cause multiple other transactions to not go through. Anytime there's more variables involved in a contract where we're relying on other people, there's more issues. People could lose their job. They could become sick. They could pass away from some kind of accident or life, changes happen to them. And while certain sellers would be waiting around 30 to 45 days to close and something changes in that transaction, that affects their life and their ability to move on to do what they want to do. So if that is the case, sellers are saying right now, we don't have to take that risk because we're getting offers that are coming in that are either cash or non-contingent offers. Until the market changes where there's not as many buyers writing non-contingent offers, they'll go back to selling your contingencies. So what can you do as a buyer to plan for this? One is first just understanding the market, finding out from your realtor and your mortgage professional, hey, is there a likelihood in my price range that the seller will take a contingency offer? And that changes. It depends on neighborhood. It depends on zip code. It depends on where you live. It depends on all kinds of variables, but we can try to give you our best guess and say, hey, I haven't seen many in my office, this last 6 months, this last year, this last month. So we can kind of base our decisions or choices off of that. But if we are seeing more and more, we might say, hey, we're seeing more of this happen, but let's make sure and have a backup plan in case they don't accept your contingency offer. And that's what we do here at Mortgage Specialists, and good lenders will look at the scenario to say, hey, while we want your house to sell so you can roll over your equity as a down payment on the new house, can you qualify without selling? And then later on, once you sell your house, use that down payment to credit towards your principal. And that's right now what we're looking at. And we've been doing that for over 10 years to give buyers the option to know what their availability is. Because I know all of us, when we're interested in buying a product, whatever that is, we want it the way we want it. Hey, we don't want to wait till tomorrow or next week, or I want to use my money here that I know I'll sell my house for this at this time. Well, if we look at the mortgage rules, they don't always meet what you want to do right now. So that's what we are looking at when it comes to contingency offer. Hopefully here things in the next few years will change, meaning if buyers and sellers equal out, there's the same number of people, we'll see contingency offers coming to the market more often, because we still do know that your house is going to sell very quickly. It always has. It's just, why take a risk if you're a seller, thinking about the seller in your own eyes? If you put your house up for sale, would you accept a contingency offer saying, okay, based upon this happening or this happening? And if there's some risk there, you might not want to take that risk if you're seeing other offers come in that state, hey, there's no contingency on the sale of, or some other contingency, whatever the contingency is. Generally speaking, many purchase contracts, not all, have some kind of contingency. The least amount of contingencies we can have, the least risky it is for the seller. And that's what you're trying to appease right now, when we don't have enough houses to buy and too many buyers that are out there, when the buyers and sellers don't match each other. So I hope you learned a little bit today about why sellers are not looking at contingency offers as they did in the past. What are some of the reasons that occurred? And we're still here to answer any additional questions on what makes you the strongest buyer. How can we help guide you get into that next property? Because it might not be as easy as you think it is in real estate to obtain a property, move into that new house. There are pitfalls and challenges along the way, but we've been through all of them, and we can definitely help answer anything that is possible. We're just a phone call away. Again, I'm Brent Rasmussen, owner of Mortgage Specialists, at 402-991-5153, or you can check us out on our website at mtg-specialists.com. And if you are watching, please hit that subscribe button here on YouTube and follow along each week for just different education and informational purposes in real estate and mortgage lending. And have yourself a great rest of your week. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.